Danger Dolan. From mythical high-jumping demons stalking the streets of London to shadow people living just on the edge of your vision, we count 15 examples of terrifying creatures ever to supposedly exist on our planet.
Number 15.
Chupacabra, a beast from Puerto Rico that, if reports are to be believed, hunts down farm livestock, drags them away and drains their blood through small incisions. According to eyewitness accounts, it's around the size of a monkey, hops around like a kangaroo with red eyes, quills, and possibly wings. The sightings were so widespread across Mexico, Texas, and South America that one newspaper claimed a creature was caught alive and then handed over to US officials, but this was never proven.
Number 14.
The Drury Lane Ghost. This is a very specific ghost found in the Drury Lane Theatre in London, and strangely enough, it's a welcomed ghost. In fact, its appearance is considered the highest compliment if it materializes following a successful show. It's been reported that the ghost comes dressed in 18th century clothes with a long cloak, sword, and powdered wig, possibly connected with a skeleton wearing a riding coat with a knife in its chest found inside theatre walls.
Number 13.
The Banshee, a screech in the night. You jump out of bed and you look out the window only to see a blue transparent woman dressed in a dark grey hooded cloak staring back at you. It's the sign that you're gonna die soon, an ancestral spirit appointed to forewarn you of your imminent death. If a bunch of them get together to let out a wail across the night, it's meant to signal the death of someone holy or of otherwise great importance.
Number 12.
Deloy's Ape. This is the story of Francois Deloys and a group of other people who were searching for oil on the borders of Colombia when their numbers diminished due to disease and attacks by native tribes. According to the survivors who made it back, they encountered two large primates, one male, one female, who began howling at the group and throwing their own feces. They shot the female and forced the male to flee back into the woods. This photo is apparently the only one they ever took of the ape.
Number 11.
Horned Demon Cat, a story from World War II set inside a derelict house in London, upon which Howard Leland, hiding from German aircraft, was jumped by a tabby-striped cat that had a skull with two giant horns sticking out and red flaming eyes. It jumped into the next room and vanished on the spot, its ungodly howl still echoing throughout the house. Howard made some inquiries and found that the house had a previous occupant that practiced black magic on cats before he hung himself, and that others had seen demon cats in the same area before.
Number 10.
Dover Demon, an alien-like creature only seen for a couple of days in the town of Dover, Massachusetts in 1977. According to a variety of eyewitnesses who encountered it, it was a goat-sized white creature with a watermelon-shaped head, bright glowing eyes, slender fingers and no ears, nose, mouth, or sexual traits of any kind. It crawled all over town before vanishing forever, with popular theories being an infant alien, or a genetically defected creature infant, or a hoax.
Number 9.
Shadow people. An encounter all of us have experienced at least once. The flickering shadow just on the edge of your vision while you're in bed, but when you turn around it disappears. Psychologists explain most of them away as caused by sleep deprivation or a side effect of drugs, but there might have been examples of people near death who cry about shadow people approaching, only for them to choke to death on nothing. And considering how much we don't know about dark matter in our universe, it's possible there might be more to it than you think.
Number 8.
Mothman. It was a 13-month period in the mid-1960s that we find the Mothman, a 7-foot tall, scaly flying Mothman who eats large dogs and has mind powers. The rumor goes it can channel information into a person's mind, allowing them to receive ultra-terrestrial prophecies. Over 100 people saw the Mothman, and 1 year later, the old silver bridge collapsed, with many believing it had come to warn them about the bridge. The story of the Mothman was also fictionalized for the movie The Mothman Prophecies, which explains it quite more in depth than I ever could.
Number 7.
Bloody Mary. You'll either know about this one from your childhood or from one of the Paranormal Activity movies. How it works is you stand in front of a mirror and chant the name Bloody Mary at least 3 times, and it's believed she will appear to rip your face off, claw out your eyes, drive you insane, abduct you into the mirror, or just plain kill you. Naturally, she's not giving you a huge incentive to chant her name. Some believe that if you do survive the encounter, she will haunt you for the rest of your life. Pretty much a bad deal all around.
Number 6.
Little creatures, often compared to a real-life version of hobbits, little mole people who live in a secret world that we can't see. They're described as hairy, tiny 10-inch human-like beings who surface to paralyze humans and steal their food or belongings. Around the world, we hear stories about their appearance, from Mexico to Iceland, a world we share with a race of creatures with far advanced mental capability, adept at staying in the shadows, leaving us to our own devices.
Number 5.
Loveland Lizard, 1972. A police officer was out on patrol when he saw what looked like a dog lying on the side of the pavement. He got out to investigate, only to find a 4-foot-tall leathery lizard man who rose on its back legs and ran towards the river at top speed. Not 2 weeks later, another police officer had a very similar experience, where it rose and ran for the river, and then a farmer came forward to claim he had seen the large lizard man himself. While it is possible it was just a single freaky amphibian anomaly, why would it run away on 2 legs?
Number 4.
Jersey Devil. Since the 18th century, we've heard about a mishmash devil creature stalking the grasslands of Pine Barrens in New Jersey. Its body is composed of cloven feet, a bat's wings, a horse's head, horns, claws, spikes, and vicious red glowing eyes. Charging through the night, shrieking, breathing fire, eating your pet dog who is out for a midnight stroll. The story goes, long ago, a woman called Mrs. Leeds gave birth to her 13th child, who was deformed and entered the barrens upon maturity to stalk the night.
Number 3.
Spring-heeled Jack, a demonic creature from the Victorian 1800 era, seen all over Great Britain from London to Sheffield and Liverpool to Scotland. Reports indicate Jack's most popular trait is his ability to jump outrageously high and land in front of people unexpectedly, causing accidents and terror in its victims. It can also breathe blue and white flames and speak English, but mostly laughing in a high-pitched or ringing kind of way.
Number 2.
Doghead Man, a race of supposed people who share a dog's curious nature. They're known to be dressed in regular clothes and, when spotted in public, will simply stare at you, sometimes following you as you race home. Others stand outside your house and look in through windows, like Martians fascinated with human life until they sense fear in the human subject. Even in ancient stone drawings, we've seen images of a race of dog-headed men living in Africa feeding on human corpses.
Number 1.
Dinosaurs. Alright, so dinosaurs clearly aren't paranormal beasts. That much is clear. But what about dinosaurs that are alive today? For a long time now, reports have filtered in about dinosaurs which might have survived into present day, maybe an underground species that survived the extinction event. One group of natives from the Congo River know and can identify all creatures from their land, but when showed a picture of a sauropod, they swear on their life it is the Mokelebembe, one who stops the flow of rivers. And there's been 300 years of evidence, but whether or not it's still around is as yet unclear. That's it for this countdown. Be sure to like the Facebook page and follow me on Twitter if you want to be informed about new videos as they go up. And have a good one! This is the story of Francois Deloise and his group of dicks.